Hello, welcome to Ochetabi After School Learning on Structural Design or Training on Structural Design. So today we are going to continue what we have started. My name is Fashe Ochet. Today we are going to continue on what we have started. You discover that we have done the stage 1 or part 1 and also stage 2 that brought us to this place. And don't forget that I always mention that when it comes to structural design, there are stages. So we are done with the stage 1, we are done with the stage 2. So now we are entering to stage 3, because as I said, I'm going to take you into what stage by stage when it comes to structural design the moment you get the drawing from the architect. So the stage 1, you cannot jump stage 1 and enter stage 2, and you cannot jump stage 2 and enter the stage 3 that we are about doing now. So that is why everything is in stages. So it's very good for you to be good in structural design. It's very good for you to know these stages. So that's why I will say, I'll beseech you to do what? To watch stage 1 and also stage 2 before this stage 3. This stage you can also watch it while you also go and watch what the remaining stage 1 and stage 2, so that will be updated. All right. Because in this aspect now, like this word now, why are we adding this? There was this explanation we made in stage 2. Is that okay? Stage 2 gave us this. So the next stage now is the stage 3. And in this stage 3, what are we going to be doing? What we are going to be doing is what? Number 1 is to, first of all, check if this particular drawing, if this particular modeling does not have what? Anything called error. That's number 1. And secondly, we are going to be selecting our materials based on this structure. Then number 3, we are going to be analyzing and design this structure to see those members that have passed design, or if there's anyone that failed the design. Is that okay? All of this we are going to be carrying out in this particular video. So please stay tuned, click on the like button and also subscribe if this is your first time. As I always say, that don't be an obstacle to another person. You might have known it, but for the sake of others, I will say you should click on like button, because the more they like, the more you to make this video to go viral. You must have known it, but there are people, millions of people, who have not known what you have known, isn't it? So, and they are looking for something like this to better their lives as engineers. So that is why clicking on the like button and also subscribing for the sake of others is very, very essential. So that's why I want to say, please subscribe and also like this video. Also click on the notification bell so that anytime we release video, you can be notified, because as you are seeing this, there are other bigger things that will be posting. Is that okay? That will benefit you and also others. All right, let's dive into action. So once you have finished this, the next thing to do is to do your building model check. For you to do that, don't forget this PROTASTRUCTURE 2022. So, and I'll come to my my analysis. From this analysis here, I'll come to building model check here. Click on it, and once you click on it, we wait for you to do to the message to pop up, or the dialog box to do to pop up for us, and let's wait for it. So as you can see it, we have it here. Then once you get to this place, come here and click on analysis, and in between this place you can see building model check and building analysis. The first one we are going to deal with is building model check. And once you click on that, you come to this place and click on start. We want to start now. What we are trying to do now is to check if there's any error in our modeling. So I'll click on start and let's wait for it. Okay, so it has started. So can you see it has started? Let's see what is going to. Can you see now at the end of it, you can see building model check completed. Number of error is equal to 0. Now when you can see now, we can now click on close. And I want to say this. Now we will not design because we have not done material selection. Is that okay? I will close this. Now you can see that I've done this building model check to see if there's any error. Please take note. If I'm designing for 10-story building, don't wait till you finish the 10-story building before you click on your building model check. Are we together? Because assuming this one is having error now that I've finished modeling this one. In fact, if I'm designing for a higher structure, once I have finished modeling this particular floor, I'll do my building model check before I will get to this other floor here. And when I finish this one, I will also do my building model check, so that if there's any error, I can do correct that error before I generate this one to the next floor. Because if I did not do that, let's assume in this place now I'm having 1 error here, or let's say 5 errors here. And when I generate it rather to this next level, that means I'm already having a 5 error bring it to this place, and in the course of remodeling this place, if I'm not having like 3 errors, automatically that becomes 7 error. And if I now take it to the next floor, you can now imagine the number of error that I'm going to accumulate for 10-story building. By the time I now do my building model check, we now discover that I've gathered error, and what happened, that structure, I'll be highly discouraged. In fact, I might even abandon it and look for a place to cool my head, isn't it? So to avoid all of that, that is why it's very important that each floor you finish, do your building model check. And if you have finished this one now and you are going to the next one, do your building model check to know that yes, each of the floor has 0 error. Is that clear? That's fine. So having explained that now, that's why I said follow this video from beginning to the end, because I'll be explaining things that I might be encountering. Is that okay? That is that. All right, I'll come back to this place now. I want to select my materials. So once I click on that, I'll come to this place. You can see edit material. I'll click on it. And once you click on this edit material, 2 things are here. You can see default material and foundation floor. This default material is as good as your superstructure, while this foundation material is good as your substructure. So now that default material has been selected, you can see all that we have here. So everything that we are going to be doing here is based on superstructure altogether, even though part of it also affect that of a substructure. So we are dealing with superstructure now. So in this case now, for me, we have what we call there's something we call a grade of concrete and grade of steel. And you know that's your grade of concrete that determine your mixing ratio, isn't it? All right. So on that note now, this place we are seeing here is your grade of concrete that will determine your mixing ratio. Click on it. And once you click on this, any of them here, so wait for a dialog box to appear. Now looking at this now, we have different grade of concrete. Is that okay? We have 16, 20, 25, 30, 20, 25, 25, 30, 28, 35, etc. So, but looking at the size of our structure, we are going to be using this. Is that okay? We are going to be using this grade. Let's say we are using grade 20. Is that okay? We are using grade 20. Now, anytime you click on this place, anytime you click on this particular place now, anyone here, before you click on OK, make sure you check this place. Can you see? Characteristic compressive strength FCK is what? Is what? 20. That means you are using grade 20. If I come here and click on grade 16, it then means I'm using what? Grade 16. Now, you might be asking me, why am I not using a grade 16? Correct, I can use it very well. I can use it. It's going to work. But don't forget that the lesser the strength of your concrete, the bigger your section will be. Which means that the compressive strength of what? 16 now. If I'm using this 16, maybe my column is now requested for a column of 230 by 350 for this particular small structure. But if I now use a grade 20 for this, it might pass with what? 230 by 230. Can you see it now? So the lesser the strength of your concrete, the bigger your section will be to be able to carry that load. Is that okay? So that is that. So on that note now, I'll click on, I'm using grade 20. Is that okay? Which is this one. Now to avoid doing it one after the other, when it's come to grade of concrete, I'll click on what? This particular one. Apply to all member of this particular of material class in this story. I'll now click on what? On OK. And as I've done that, you can now see that all of this now, can you see? From this place to this place now, I've been changed to grade Grade 20. Is that clear now? Alright, that's fine. Now, I haven't done this one now for grade of concrete. I need to do grade of what? Of my steel. I'll click on this one now. And once I click on it, for us, we are using what? Grade 410. There are countries whereby 460 can work. They have this particular steel of this strength, and some 500, some country this one 930 by 1080 and all of that. Depending on your country, you can even use a 250. Depends on your on your country. Is that okay? That is fine. So for us now, we are going to be using a grade 410, and to also avoid doing one after the other, I'll just click here and click on apply to all and click on on OK. So you can notice that everything here I've now changed to grade 410. That is fine. Having chosen our grade of concrete now and grade of steel now, there's also need for us to select the kind of reinforcement we are going to be using for our column structural elements, which is column, slab, beams, foundation and all of that. So how do you go about that selection of a rebar or diameter of bars? You come to any of them here, click on this one now here, and once you click on it, you can now see edit. I'll now come here and edit it. So now getting to this place, I can now see these are you can see the first one. Can you see this first one is telling us what is a column, and the next one here is telling us what is a wall, and followed by this one is telling us what is a beam. That is fine. So now how will I select the one that is for beam, some or column? If you look at this place now, look at it down here, everything under this here, if you look at, you can see column. So everything here now, they are all under column. So if I come to this one now, this wall, if I come here now, everything here like this directly under it is what they are for walls. If I come to this place now, this beam, everything under here now, they are for what? They are for beams. You don't look at it this way. Is that okay? Don't come here now. If you look at wall, your beam, sorry, column, you can see the pattern. Can you see it now? Where look at, if you have to trace this one now, can you see it? So that's not how it goes. It's like this. Is that okay? All right. So looking at this, our structure now, that's a small structure. I'm going to be using was Y16 minimum. I'll click on check this one that are not a Y16. Okay, Y16, then this one. So I'm only using a Y16. Can you see it now? So in this case now, I don't have any shear wall, so I'll not touch this one. I have no business with this. So the next thing I do is, so I have beam, isn't it? I'll come to my beam. I'm using what, 16 also. I'm going to be using 16 also. 16, and I want to say, please click on like button and also subscribe. Is that okay? Because if you are able to understand, you can see I'm starting this particular structure using a small structure so that you'll be able to understand it. So as we are growing higher, we will grow together, because we are going to go into what, high rise structures. Is that okay? And all of this principle I'm going to be applying. If you don't know this first principle, everything I'm doing here now, by the time we get there, it might seem confusing. Is that okay? So that is why it's very good to watch this video from beginning to the end and have the understanding clearly. Is that okay? That without even watching the video, you have everything offhand. Is that okay? All right. So now this next one is what is my slab. I'll come here now, click on this. For my slab, I'm using Y12. Is that okay? I'm using Y12, so that is that. I'll come here now. Yes, that is that. Okay, this one Y25. No, I don't want it. We are done with our slab. So the next thing now we are going to be doing now is our what? Is our what? Our foundation. Is that okay? This one here, you can see footing. This one is what? Is a slab. So this one is what? Is a footing. So I'll come here now. Come here. I'm using what? Y12. Is that okay? Y12. Okay, where is the Y12? This is not Y12. This is the Y12 here. Then and also Y16. Is that okay? Y12 and Y16. The most at times I use Y16, that's the truth. Due to what? Due to the kind of what we have in the market. You see Y16, it's looking like Y12. You see Y12, it's looking like Y10. Even in fact Y9. I will get together now. So that's why most of the times when I have a bigger structure than this, I always use Y12. Also Y16. I don't even think of Y12. Is that okay? All right. So now from this one, this is a link. I have link, isn't it? I'm going to be using Y10. This is Y10. Then anything that's not Y10, I also remove them. I remove them. So these ones now I can leave it because I don't have anything to do with this. Is that okay? We have not reached the junction where we'll be making use of this. I'll be explaining this, but at this stage, let's just follow it like this. Is that okay? All right. Haven't done it like this now. I will now click on what? On OK. Now don't forget that I have done is for what? Of what? Default material. I have to go to what? Foundation now. Click on foundation. Can you see? Grade 25. So I have to come here now and also make that correction too. I'm using grade 20. Can you see it here? I'll click on apply to all and then click on what? On OK. Then you can see grade 10 and also that's still now. I also come to display to confirm it. Okay, all our settings are what? Are intact. Is that okay? I'll click on OK and let me see. Our link. Okay, it's okay. All right, it's okay. Click on this. Let's confirm this. Okay, 410 also. All right, so I can now click on what? On OK. Now you can now see that we have selected our grade of concrete. We have also selected the grade of steel and also our diameter of bars for each structure that we want. And also don't forget we have done what? We have done your building model check to see if there's any error. So at this point now, you can now proceed to what we call analysis and design. So looking at this one now, this is what? Building model check, which you have done. I'll now come here now, click on this. That's building analysis. We want to go and analyze and design our structure. Fine. Now getting to this place, there are some things that you need to know. I can decide to just go ahead and click on building analysis without checking anything here. Now if I do not check anything here and just go ahead and click on this, what I'm trying to tell the software is to only analyze, don't design. And you know that when it comes to analyzing, the software is calculating the load and transferring them to each of the structural elements, the load they are to carry, like load wall A or beam A. This is load you are meant to carry based on the calculation. Beam B, this is what you are to carry. Slab, this is what you are meant to carry, and all of that and all of that. All of them up to the foundation. Total load now go to the foundation. So that is what we are trying to do here without clicking on this. But if I should go ahead and check this one and click on reselect, is that okay? Reselect. What I'm telling the software is that what? analyze, and when you finish analyzing, go further to what? To design. And when it's come to design, it means what? It means choosing your rebar, your reinforcement for each structural element. That's the design. But if you are not clicking on this place, you are only telling the software analyze, but don't provide any reinforcement. It's as simple as that. Is that okay? All right. So that is that. But for now, based on this, I want the software to go ahead and analyze and also go ahead and design by providing the reinforcement. Is that okay? So I'll now click on this and let's wait for it. Is that okay? So while we are waiting, I want to say please click on the subscribe button and also click on the notification bell. I played with you for us to also to grow. Is that okay? All right. Really appreciate your support. Those who have been watching our videos, who have been clicking on like button and even commenting, please. Commenting is very important. Is that okay? As you are watching, you can also comment to also encourage us and also to tell us your mind. From there, we will know what to do next. Is that okay? From what you are saying, from your comment, we will know the area you want us to concentrate on, and from there we'll be able to produce video based on that. Is that okay? All right. So, and if you want to contact us, you can contact us via our WhatsApp number on this video below. Is that okay? You can reach out to us and we'll respond. Can you see now it has finished analyzing? Now it want to start what? Designing. You can see column reinforcement design. Can you see it now? It's on column now. It has it has calculated all the load, and now based on the load that each column is meant to carry, is now providing reinforcement. You can now see it now. You can see how we are trying to break everything down for your understanding. Now this software want to start designing the beams. It's now asking, do you want to reassign default rebar pattern to all existing? If you select no, existing pattern will be used. I want to say yes, which means that it's going to reassign reinforcement. Anyone that is failing, for example, we use Y12 and that's the Y16 for our column. If the Y16 is not sufficient for that particular column, what happened? The software, we are giving room for the software to go ahead and provide the next kind of type of rebar, maybe Y20. Is that okay? And after which we come to the next phase or the next stage of interactive design. So that's where we now check if what the software have provided is too much or is not. We need to reduce it. All of that will be on the next part of interactive design. But now we are dealing with design. Is that okay? So let's wait for it. Let's wait for it. Let's wait for it. Let's wait for it. Okay, it will soon pop up. Let's wait for it for a minute. Please, I want to say, please help us share this video to others, your friends. Share to their friends and also tell them to like and also subscribe. Is that okay? We really appreciate that. You can see how we are taking our time to explain, so that we are explaining this so that you'll be able to understand. We are bringing the understanding very, very low, so that everybody will understand whatever thing you are doing. You should know the reason why you are doing it. That's why we are here, because a lot of people have been producing video that you cannot really get it. The explanation is not that deep. Is that okay? All right. So that's that. So you can now see now, what does this one mean now? You can see we want to explain this one now. What does this one mean? It means that my vertical structural elements are sufficient. What do we mean by vertical structural elements? We mean what? We mean your columns are sufficient to carry this load. If your column is not sufficient, you will see this one, either this one or this one showing you X. And what does direction 1 mean? Direction 1 means X direction, Y direction 2 means what? Y direction. Is that clear? All right, so I will now click on on OK. Now, having done this one now, you can ask this place highlighted for us. I will now click on close. Now, the moment you are done all your analysis and design, done all that we have done now in this stage 3, the next thing now is to come to your review. This is a PROTASTRUCTURE 2022. Is that okay? You come to your review and do what? And click on design. And if you want to get this software, you can reach out to us. This is PROTASTRUCTURE 2022. You can reach out to us via the link below, via the WhatsApp line below. Is that okay? All right. So looking at this one now, design status. Is that okay? I'll now click on this and let's wait for it. Can you see now? You can see what we have done. Can you see? Everything showing us what's green. How do you know that it's green? That is so okay. If you look at this this thing here, design status here, is that okay? The first one showing red, it means what? Fail. Which means that if I see red in any of my structure here, it means that particular one have failed. If I see this is it orange or yellow? If I see this one now, is what? It's warning. This color here, it means warning. If I see on my structure, and if you look at this one that look like is it orange now, this one that look like orange, this means what? Expired analysis. So if I see it on any of my structure, it means that particular structure have expired in terms of analysis. Now if I see green, it means what? Is okay. Looking at this one now, it's telling what? This structure is what? Is very, very okay. that is okay. Is that okay? And if you look at this one, say do not design, this blue, it means what? Do not design. And if I now see this white, it means what? Not design. So if I see these colors here are very, very important anytime you click on design status. Is that clear? It's very important because it's going to guide you a lot. If I can imagine, if I not click on this, can you see it still remain? I will not know which one that passed and which one that what failed the design. Is that okay? All right. So for example, if I click on this one now, let me show you something. If I've clicked on this one now, and now it's a bigger structure, if you look at it, I might not really see the inside here. Am I correct? I might not really see the one that is filling inside here, though you can go based on stories. Is that okay? Go to story 1. But if you want to make it easy for you, for yourself, you just come to this display here, come to displays here, and click on what? Sorry, and click on where is it? Where's my wall? Let's say where's my wall? I want to click on this wall. Can you see now? Can you see? There's no column that is filling here that will not see it, no matter how high the structure is. Me looking at it like this, turning it like this, I will see the column that is filling, isn't it? So those walls that have blocked us have been removed. Can you see now? So, and if it's slab, you want to remove your slab, you can see here, click on this slab. Can you see? So you can now see the beams very well. Is that okay? You might be saying that, okay, this here slab is covering me, I will not be able to see it properly, but you can also remove the slab. Can you see it now? Sorry, click on this and also slab. Can you see it now? So I can see everything now. Can you see it? Can you see everything? There's no member that is filling here that I will not see with this. You can bear me witness, isn't it? So that is that. And if you want to remove your column, it's your choice. You can remove your column. Can you see it now? I'm left with what? With beams. So I can see all the beams that are filling and all of that. Is that okay? And if it's a beam you want to remove, leave your column and you can see it. Can you see everything here? So that is that. So it's very, very easy. I think the major one that you need to remove when you are doing this is what? It's just your wall. Is that okay? When you remove your wall, is that okay? It's okay, you'll be able to see everything. That is all. So you can now see what we have achieved now. So this is how you go about in this stage 3. We have learned a lot. I believe we have learned a lot. This is stage 3. So the next stage now will now be interactive design. Please watch out for that, because I'm going to be explaining a lot when it comes to interactive design. When I mean a lot, I'm taking my time to take you through this process. Is that okay? So that is that. So the next stage will be what? That is stage 4 now. Will now be what? Interactive design. That is showing you green does not mean your column have passed, even though yes, based on software it has passed. But as structural engineer, you seem to do what? To interact, to interface with what? The kind of reinforcement that this particular software have provided. From there, you can go to bed and sleep that your design is being executed. Why? Because you have already interacted with your design. You know the kind of reinforcement you have chosen for column, for beam, for slab, and also your foundation. Is that okay? So from there, even though they ask you that something is happening on site, you will not be afraid. You know that definitely it cannot be from you, because you have done your interactive design. You not only depend on the software. But if you not do that, you discover that if they call you outside that something is happening, what do? Your heart will almost come out of your chest. Why? Because you don't know the kind of reinforcement that I've even provided. This reinforcement software can even go ahead and provide Y50, one Y50, and it's a problem. How can you be providing a Y50 for this kind of structure? That's what we are talking about. Is that okay? So that is that. So very important to do interactive design. That will be our stage 4. Is that okay? So thank you very much. Till I see you next time. I remain Fashe Ochet from Ochetabe. Is that okay? May God help us, and let's learn together. And thank you for liking and also for subscribing. Thank you, and God bless you. Bye.